Alright friends, here is our resin photo frame project. Part 2, where we'll be creating more attractive look by adding some ornaments to the frame and pouring the resin and finishing this beauty. Hey everyone! If you're working with resin photo frames for your crafts or just for fun, you know how gorgeous they can be. So what do you think? Are you going to give this DIY resin frame a try? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to see what photos you choose. And if you found this video helpful, do me a huge favor and give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel out. From these trashy little Kinder Joy toys, our photo framing journey was started, as you can see in our part 1 vlog. You can check the link below. So in this part, I'm going to show you how to decorate or get ornamented before and after pouring the resin into the photo frame. So let's go! Here's in our first part. We had done a mosaic golden marble abstract patterns through 3 layered resin-based coating. As you can see how beautiful this is. Next, we had done the fun part by securing the photo of 2 brothers and positioning all their Kinder Joy toys on that tacky resin base layer. Then we had finished part 1 by diving into the magic of luminous stones and showing how to perfectly embed them on the wall of the frame. Now here I am, placing some amethyst stone pebbles to fill the empty space and to add more vibrant look. Amethyst stones brings grounding, spiritual protection to them and can act as a shield against negative energies. I think this is a special, careful touch, which can make your project more acceptable. Now let's talk about the fun part, ornamenting it with jewel stones. I've picked out a pretty olive green shade of diamond-shaped shimmering stones that will really pop against the resin color. You can choose whatever suits your style. Think about the colors in your home or the vibe you want to create. I like to lay out my stones before gluing them down to see how they look together. This is a great way to experiment with different arrangements. Once I'm happy with the layout, I use a strong adhesive to secure them in place. I'm using here hot glue sticks. Make sure to let it dry completely before moving on to the resin part. Let's talk about the resin. I am going to use a clear epoxy resin that's perfect for creating a glossy finish. It's durable and will preserve our frame beautifully. Okay, time for the star of the show. The resin. I'm using a clear casting epoxy resin by Oytra company. You can check the link of the product below in the description box. Always work in a well-ventilated area and wear gloves and safety glasses. Make sure to follow the instructions on your resin kit for mixing ratios. It's super important to get that right for the best results. And don't worry, I'll walk you through the entire pouring process. You'll need to mix part A and part B according to the manufacturer's instructions. The ratio is usually 1:1, but double-check your specific brand. Resin Oytra follows 2:1 ratio. Measure carefully. Accuracy here is key for a proper cure. I'm working with this Oytra company from long time. This is crystal clear, bubble-free, high gloss, non-yellowing, top quality epoxy resin. Create stunning pieces with this crystal clear epoxy resin, which delivers a rich, high gloss professional finish. Product links are below in the description box. Don't whip it like meringue. You want to avoid introducing air bubbles. See all these tiny bubbles? We'll deal with those. And here's a pro tip. Use a heat gun or a mini torch on a low setting to gently wave over the surface. This pops those tiny surface bubbles. Be quick and keep it moving. You don't want to scorch the resin. I'm also protecting the jewel stones and luminous stones with a layer of resin. Our 4th layering of resin is completed now. This time, we have poured little thick layer, maybe 1 inch into the frame. This acts as an adhesive base for our toys and photo, adding some crystal flakes to increase the level of the resin and to create more attractive look. I have done a big mistake unintentionally. Can you see some wrinkles have formed onto the photo? It's formed because of the sharp endings of the spoon, which I had passed away through the resin before, during resin pouring. That sharp things made this bloody hole into the transparent sheet, and that's how resin entered into sheet, which have created wrinkles later. It's impossible for me to rescue or to recreate this step again freshly. It might ruin the project completely, so I let it remain as it was. Now, I'm taking it as abstract designing. Take your time here. You want everything nestled in nicely. Once everything is placed, give it another quick pass with the heat gun to get any bubbles that might have formed from placing the items. Now comes the hardest part, waiting. You need to let this cure completely. Check your resin's instructions, but typically, this means 24 to 72 hours. Don't rush it. A full cure ensures durability and a perfect finish. Now come to the last part. Here I am highlighting the resin molds with Pebble Golden acrylic marker, which I'm going to use as bordering later onto the frame. You can get the informations of making process of such kind of resin molds in my any previous resin crafting vlogs. Check the links below. See how each and every craft is looking so gorgeous after highlighting. They are ready for embedding on the frame. I will must recommend this Golden Dust Pigments of Precious Art by Sonal for resin. This precious pearl pigments are mica-based powders, which mix brilliantly into any medium. They are milled very finely and allow a subtle satiny finish that adds shine to your project. Though I'm not sponsoring, but it's really amazing product. I'm using here a cotton earbud for painting the borders so that the resin doesn't drop down. Make sure that it doesn't drip down from the wall of the frame. So be careful in this step. It will work as natural adhesive for the resin molds which I'm going to fix on this border. You can add more drop of resin where it will be needed for the best results. One important thing which I have skipped here. I always lay out the things before gluing them down to see how they look together. This is a great way to experiment with different arrangements. Once I'm happy with the layout, I'll use strong adhesive to secure them in place. Make sure to let it dry completely before touching them. Now for the final pour. Mix up another batch of resin, same as before. This time, we'll be pouring enough to cover all your embedded items and fill the mold to your desired thickness. I usually aim for about 1/2 inch to 1 inch total thickness for a sturdy frame. Pour slowly and steadily. Try to cover everything evenly. You can use a stir stick to gently guide the resin if needed. But be careful not to dislodge your toys. Again, that heat gun or torch is your best friend for chasing away any remaining bubbles. Be patient. It might take a few passes. Now it's time for ornamenting the borders. Here I'm using such attractive shaped jewel stones which will blow your mind. Sticking them one by one in a bold patterns with the drops of resin. You can choose whatever suits your style. Think about the colors in your home or the vibe you want to create. That's how we will cover all the borders in same manners. Don't rush. Let them to be cured completely. Be patient, don't touch in between. After 24 hours, it's completely cured. The moment of truth. It's fully cured. Look at that. It's perfectly clear. The toys and the photo are suspended like magic. Honestly, I'm so thrilled with how these turned out. It's such a unique way to display those little memories. If you found this tutorial helpful, give this video a thumbs up. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you have a blast making your own frames. In next, we're tackling a super cool crafting project. You won't want to miss it. So I little messed up here, but it's okay. Though it's not up to the mark, but sometimes it's okay to calm down our mind. See you in the next one. Until then, happy crafting. Stay tuned. Bye. Jai Shiv Shakti.